This is December 21st, 2013. Welcome to the Piltdown Superman podcast. I hope you're having a really great Christmas season. In our previous adventures, we discussed informal logical fallacies such as the ad hominem attack, where somebody is going to just attack you as a person, whether it's a basic insult or appealing to your circumstances or motivation or something like that. The purpose of such a thing is to negate what you have to say. We also went into the genetic fallacy, and that is where somebody likes or dislikes something because of its origin, and both of these end up being a distraction from the point that is under discussion. Today's has the odd name of straw man. It got its name because of building something up out of nothing of real significant substance, making a man out of it, just so you can tear it down. But it's a straw man because it really does not have that much relevance to what is being discussed. Like the ad hominem and the genetic fallacy, these are distractions and excuses to avoid the topic that is under discussion. Now, the straw man can come in a number of forms. It's become a bit of a broad category, so it's not so limited in scope. Sometimes in a discussion, somebody will build something up, argue against it, tear it down, destroy it. Wonderful, you destroyed something that I don't even believe in. Another bit of fun is the fallacy of the irrelevant thesis. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but just simply say somebody will build up something, they'll attack it, they'll dissect it, maybe they'll disprove it, they'll do a fantastic job on it. But it is not the topic under question. It is just another distraction or red herring. Another version of it is when somebody will put words in your mouth. Say, no, I did not say that. That is not the position I hold. A third version of the straw man fallacy is simple misrepresentation. People will, we don't have to come out and call them a liar. They might be honestly mistaken and not actually intending to deceive. But quite often, yes, that is, you just don't have to come out and say that. But you can say that is not correct, it's not the truth, you are misrepresenting my position. The straw man is very popular among evolutionists and atheists, and especially when they use them against creationists. But if you go to some of these atheist clearinghouse sites where people will copy and paste, quote, arguments, where they will quote mine from the Bible, take it out of context, which includes not only the immediate context of the passage where it's written, but the context of historical, linguistic, religious, and all sorts of other contexts. They actually show massive ignorance on the subject, but they will misrepresent what the Bible really says and stands for and teaches. So these people will pretend to be the intellectual elite and on a higher moral ground, give a bad argument, but they're actually just posturing. Now, I keep saying I want to make sure that people understand this. Logical fallacies will blend, blur, and overlap. You'll get a straw man fallacy mixed with an ad hominem, a personal attack.
And now, Atheopath Follies.
Today I'm going to give you a couple of interesting things, and I hope I don't overwhelm you, because it brings in several of what I was saying before, that things overlap. In this one,
the Bible is wrong. It was written by a nomadic desert people, a combination of history, poetry, philosophy, ethics, and early science. They had no understanding of the brain or how it works. Gays are born different. It is cruel to ostracize them because a primitive desert people doesn't understand the human brain.
Here's the overlap. Not only is this a straw man argument and a distraction, but it is also prejudicial conjecture. We talked about that before. People talk about stuff they know nothing about and just assert it as if it was fact. The Bible was not written by nomadic desert people. This guy has no idea what he's talking about. And this part about gays are born different, well, he didn't back up his point there, did he? In fact, despite several assertions there is no, quote, gay gene, homosexuality, if there is some kind of a gene for that, then guess what? It's a genetic disorder. So either way, that argument cannot work. The other little straw man gem that I've got for you, I used this guy last week because he wanted to fill the catalog on logical fallacies, it seems. Here's a bit of the discussion, but the important thing was,
Okay, point me at the parts of the Bible that include anything that couldn't have been known by Mid-East Bronze Age nomads.
what's with the Bronze Age nomad desert people nonsense? I think they all go to the same atheistic clearinghouses to get their material and not bother to actually think or do any kind of research. In this case, the fellow was just jumping all around. He had the focus of a ball bearing in a blender. Change the subject and attack. When people are doing this kind of stuff, ignore them. It's time to saw it off. Now, sometimes you can be accused of having a straw man fallacy. It might be the case. You might be doing a straw man. But more than likely, they're just using that accusation because they don't like what you are saying. And if you tell the truth about an atheopath, they will be angry. And I'll continue this mantra. We have to be better than the people that are attacking us. We have to avoid the logical fallacies to the best of our ability. It's going to happen. It's human nature. People have opinions and express them. But during a serious discussion, or you're trying to convince somebody of something, watch out. Try to be above board and better than the other people.